Forget everything you think you know about power. In the world of Murim, where martial artists train until their bodies break, where a single sword style can topple an empire, and where the strongest man in the room is never the loudest, legends aren't born. They're forged. Today I'm breaking down 10 manhwa that will pull you in, wreck your sleep schedule, and leave you desperately hitting next chapter. These aren't just recommendations. These are the ones that hit different. Let's get into it. Nanomachine. Nanomachine follows Cheon Woon, a powerless outcast in the ruthless demonic cult, constantly hunted and betrayed by his own half-siblings. Just when death seems inevitable, a descendant from the future appears and injects him with advanced 7th-generation nanotechnology. The nanomachine bonds with his body, enhancing his abilities, accelerating his martial arts mastery, and giving him the power to fight back. Armed with futuristic technology in an ancient martial world, Woon begins a brutal journey of survival, revenge, and domination as he rises toward the throne of the demonic cult. Chronicles of the Demon Faction. He spent his whole life serving the righteous, as their deadliest weapon, their darkest secret, their slave. All he wanted was freedom. Instead, he got a blade through the chest, and a second life inside the body of the enemy's own prince. Now, the man who hunted demons from the shadows is sitting on their throne. He knows every weakness of the faction he once fought, every trick, every pressure point. And this time, he's not taking orders from anyone. The greatest threat the demon faction has ever faced is already inside it. The return of the crazy demon. In his past life, he was the most feared madman in the martial world. Unpredictable, brilliant, and absolutely unhinged. Then he died, rolling down a mountain like a fool. But fate sent him back. Young body, old mind, and every ounce of that legendary chaos still intact. While everyone around him is playing the game of power and honor, he's rewriting the rules entirely. Because the crazy demon isn't back to fit in, he's back to remind the entire Murim world exactly why they were terrified of him. Return of the Manhwa sect. He was the greatest swordsman of his generation. He slew the heavenly demon. He saved the world, and died alone on a mountain, filled with nothing but regret. Then he woke up, 100 years later, in the broken, pathetic ruins of the sect he gave his life for. His brothers are gone. His legacy is forgotten. Mount Hua is a joke. And Chung Myung, he is furious. Watch the Plum Blossom Sword Saint drag his sect back to greatness. One absolutely chaotic, hilariously brutal chapter at a time. Absolute regression. He watched the entire martial world fall. Every sect, every hero, every last hope, wiped out by one unbeatable evil. He was the only one who survived long enough to regret it. Now he's back at the beginning, decades earlier, and he is done playing by the rules. He's calm. He's ruthless. He's 5 moves ahead of everyone in every room. And somewhere out there, the force that destroyed everything he knew is still growing, completely unaware that this time, someone is coming for it. The heavenly demon can't live a normal life. He was the heavenly demon, the absolute pinnacle of an entire martial world, feared by every warrior, every sect, every living soul. Then he reincarnates as the dim-witted eldest son of a minor noble family in a completely different world. Magic, politics, knights. None of it impresses him. He's seen, and survived, far worse. What he doesn't realize is that this new world is about to discover something terrifying. There is no such thing as normal for a man who was already a god. Absolute sword sense. Cast out by his own family, kidnapped by a cult, forced to live as a third-rate spy, used, discarded, and eventually killed while chasing a legend he'd never touch. But when he opens his eyes, he's back. 10 years in the past, the day it all went wrong. And something is different. The weapons around him are whispering. His sword has a voice, and it has a lot to say. He won't be a pawn this time. Not for the cult, not for his family, not for anyone. This time the blades answer to him. Murim Login. Jin Tae-kyung is broke, low-ranked, and 1 bad month away from rock bottom. Then he drags home a busted VR capsule off the street, thinking he can sell it. Instead, it pulls him into another world entirely, an ancient land of martial arts, warring sects, and power that defies modern logic. The catch? Everything he learns there carries back to the real world. The stronger he gets in Murim, the more unstoppable he becomes at home. 2 worlds, 1 man, and a grind that is about to redefine what it means to level up. The legend of the Northern Blade. For generations, the Northern Heavenly Sect stood as humanity's shield against the darkness. Then they were betrayed, accused of treason, disbanded, their leader driven to take his own life. His son, Jin Mu-wan, was left behind. Watched, caged, dismissed as nothing. For 3 years, he let them believe it. While they weren't looking, he was learning, mastering the hidden arts his father left him in secret. The martial world forgot the Northern Blade. They're about to remember, and they are going to wish they hadn't. Reaper of the Drifting Moon. He was just a child when they took him, thrown into darkness, told to survive or die. He survived. Then they began to shape him into something precise, something patient, something the Murim world has no name for yet. Pio Wall emerged from that darkness not broken but perfected, a reaper who moves like a ghost and strikes like inevitability itself. He didn't choose this life, but he owns it completely. And in a world full of warriors who fight for honor, glory, or revenge, he is something far more dangerous. A man with nothing to prove and no one to answer to. And that's the list. 10 Murim Manhwa that I genuinely think are worth your time. No filler, no mid-picks, just straight heat. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, which one you think I slept on, or if there's a manhwa you feel like should have been on here, because there might just be a part 2 in the future. Hit that like button if this helped you out, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and seriously, go read one of these tonight. You won't regret it.